Are you looking for personal growth, personal development, and self-improvement? Then keep watching. Are you trying to create a clear vision, plan for your future, and shift your mindset to focus on learning new skills? Then this is for you. Would you like to enjoy reading a free ebook, getting free content, and having access to free training to explode your knowledge and build new habits? Then do not miss out and subscribe now. Are you looking for some motivation, inspiration, and new opportunities? Then be our guest. We are a UK-based business in London. However, our team members are from many different cultures. Think about increasing your productivity, make your way for success and real freedom by joining AliSher community now. Sit back, relax, and enjoy watching. By Brianna Wiest. How to use your pain to propel growth. Discomfort means your life is demanding a new you. Every time you are uncomfortable, it is because your life is demanding that a new version of you starts to show up. There are two types of discomfort. There is the discomfort we feel when we are in new challenge situations, and then there is discomfort we feel when we are stuck in old ones. The difference is unmistakable. The type of discomfort that begets change is one you are familiar with. It is the feeling that arises when your jealousy, your self-doubt, your resistance, your procrastination, your indifference, your anger, or your dread all starts to hit a fever pitch. When you sit down to begin your work and you feel dread, your life is demanding that a new version of you show up. One who is no longer controlled by hesitation, who can work with ease even if they don't feel like it at the onset. When you see a friend thriving in life and begin to mask your jealousy and judgment and doubt, your life is demanding that a new version of you show up, one who is self-assured and can therefore effortlessly support those around them. When you are not taking care of yourself in fundamental ways, your life is demanding that a new version of you show up, one who is more embodied and able to interpret their essential needs, such as staying hydrated or sleeping enough. When you cannot tolerate the sight of yourself and dislike everything in your closet, your life is demanding that a new version of you show up, one who is clear on their personal style and confident in who they are regardless of how they may momentarily appear. We often think that discomfort is our enemy, when in fact it is our greatest ally. It is something deep within us telling us that we are meant for more, deserving of more, and capable of more. Whenever we stop honoring our inner guidance system, discomfort comes in to remind us that we are off track. In some cases, when we are unconscious of what's really happening within us, discomfort can feel like a rude awakening. In reality, it is something more than natural progression of all the signs and symptoms we ignored. We are forced to recognize and then reconcile the part of us that are underdeveloped, perhaps the ones that have been holding us back all along. In psychology, this process is called positive disintegration. Positive disintegration is the reason why some people will go through a life-altering crisis or tragedy and come out on the other side stronger and more at peace with life than ever before. It's the reason why so many people attribute their greatest personal growth to a catalyst that was a profoundly negative experience, such as a loss or a breakup. What happens in positive disintegration is that we are essentially forced to release and reform our self-concept. Our existing selves do not have the coping mechanism to respond to the stress in our lives, and thus a process of shedding begins. We are forced to recognize and then reconcile the parts of us that are underdeveloped, perhaps the very ones that have been holding us back all along. The word disintegration is used because there's a sort of death and rebirth process that happens. Before the new self is recognized, we must come to terms with the fact that our old selves can no longer carry us forward. They are not equipped to handle what life has given us next. That's where the discomfort comes in. However, this doesn't always need to be some massive life event that triggers this process. In fact, through the physiological term specifically refers to this inner growth is happening constantly. It is just we often aren't paying close enough attention. Problems that go ignored becomes crisis, and we often don't recognize what's happening until we've left a massive wake-up call. However, if we become attuned to these micro discomforts throughout our day-to-day lives, we can become acquainted with ways in which life is slotting us to grow and develop before things turn into bigger mess than we have to. If we begin to recognize we are consistently uncomfortable, and particularly when the discomfort is worsening, we can also see where we need to adapt and change. This isn't because life is unfair and wants to put us in purgatory, but because this is an instinct deep within us telling us broader horizons are imminent, if only we rise to meet them. Thank you for listening to this video. I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.